Welcome to another realm. Thank you for being here. We will be starting soon, so just sit back, listen to the music, and wait a few moments. See you soon. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and let's get into the world of another realm. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Look at all of you. Look at that. I love it. Yay. That's so pretty. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I gotta activate my headphones here. And where the hell is my other headphone? Oh, here. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Come on in. Come on in. We're just hanging out. I was just watching Dolly for a little bit. I've given PJ Okay, I think I'm back. Give me a sec here. That was weird. My computer's been starting to crash and it's really starting to piss me off. I don't know why my computer keeps crashing. Sorry about that, guys. Give me a second. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay. Something is triggering my computer. I think it's this filter I'm using, but that's okay. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Well, it's gonna like people. Okay, so Dolly was out. He was out for a little bit looking. It's going to take like days of searching. Like people don't seem to understand that. Like it's not going to be absolutely instantaneous that he's going to find something. It's going to take you know, days of searching. You know, like just yeah. I'm hopeful that I'm able to lead him as close as I can. But yeah. Oh, Miriam, 18 months, girlfriend. Thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you. So, just so you guys all know, you can stop. You don't need to flood Dolly anymore. I'm talking to his wife in the background, or PJ. PJ, I think she's his wife, but I don't know. Um, I'm emailing her back and forth in the background. Okay, so I'm like right now I'm emailing PJ in the background, okay? So I don't think he's going to search anymore today. I think he's going out for dinner or something now. So yeah, please don't mention Carol, I'm sorry, honey. Please don't mention other psychics. I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything about other psychics, okay? Especially one of the ones you just mentioned. I really don't want to know. Oh wait, never mind. Intuitive sleuth. My gut was telling me something. Okay, never mind. I'm jumping the gun here. Monk's intrigue. Okay, never mind. I thought you were talking about psychics. Excuse me, I didn't mean to jump you there. There's another psychic out there with the name very similar to that, and I don't want to know anything she has to say. So I'm sorry. Yeah, my apologies. I didn't mean to jump you there. I thought I saw it quickly, and thought you were talking about another psychic that I just don't really agree with. So my apologies. I didn't mean to jump you there. Yes, I know, Bub. I know. I know. I totally know. I know. I'm already sensing. I'm already sensing it. So we'll see. If I start to get trolling and drama and stuff, then I'll know where it comes from, right? So, but that's the best I could do. I'm doing the best I can do. There's nothing more I can do. I gave, I've given PJ an address where he can start at. Like, so there's an address, and then he can park down the street and start. And it's a long freaking search. Like he's not going to find something immediately. It's going to take time. So yeah. Yeah. So no more searching today. Yeah. I get it. I get it. I get it. Anyways, I'm very grateful that PJ is talking to me. So we're emailing back and forth, okay? Yep. I know. This isn't my first rodeo. This isn't my first rodeo, and I do everything I can to stay away from any sort of drama. I don't want anything to do with it. So yeah. So thanks for coming back. Thanks for being with me. My honey and my doggo just got home from a long 3-day trip and just had some dinner, and now I'm like, okay, I'm going live again. So what do you guys want to do? What do you want to do? I haven't really planned anything. Let me think here. I've got this one location pulled up. I don't know where. I'll keep the map up on the background in case I need to use it. Let's see what's happening on YouTube. Let's find something to watch. Anything to watch? Anything to watch? Find Nancy. I wish it was that freaking easy, Deanna. I wish it was that easy. I'm 2,000 miles away. It's not that easy. Okay, let's see what JLR is doing. I think JLR... house. Okay, so JLR is in front of the house just taking people's phone calls. Let's see what Monk's Intrigue is another really good channel. They've covered some really good stuff. What else do we got? Sleuth Intuition is very good as well. Now it's he's done this one from two. You know what? Let's watch this. Okay, it says Intuition did something about Luke Daly, Kayla Day, and William Hubie. We might watch that. I will. I can't do it right now. I can't do it right now. And Barbara, Dolly's done for the day. He's gone back to his motel or hotel. Fox News said they found a person of interest. Really? Really? Where? Let me try and find that. Boy, my YouTube feed is all about the war now. It's amazing how the topic changes so fast on your YouTube feed. Okay, let me do a search. Nancy Guthrie. New evidence in Nancy Guthrie case. What is this crap here? 4 hours ago. Britney Spears got charged with a DUI. One day, I'm just checking here. See, you can tell that even the news agencies are just kind of grasping for something to talk about. Like, for real. Okay, Court TV. Why haven't we heard any more? Yeah, you can tell when things are... News Nation. There's nothing really new. Ned says Savannah Guthrie greets staff. Okay, let's watch that. Hi, everyone. Come on in. Hit the thumbs up. We'll find something to watch. And yeah, again, please, I don't want to know any other psychics readings or mediums readings. I don't want to know nothing. Please don't ever tell me. Unless I specifically ask you to. Then I have a reason for it. Okay, Savannah Guthrie greets today's staff. Okay, let's see what this is.
We have had a powerful morning this morning.
Yeah, Savannah has come back to her home here at 30 Rock and Studio 1A. We got to see her this morning, and in her perfect way, she talked to all of us, hugged every single person in this room, the crew.
And upstairs.
Yeah, she said that, you know, she has the intention to return to the show, even though it feels like the hardest thing to do. It's also her home and where she feels so loved, and she is beyond loved here. And so we're happy that she is home. I don't know when she's actually returning to the show, but she was here, and that felt so good to get to hug her.
So this is just happening, right? This just in. And so Jen and I haven't had a chance to talk about it amongst each other. But this is what I will share with you is when Savannah's here, you know, we've all been waiting for her. We've been wearing our pins, and everybody, I know I'm just like touching her and we're hugging, and everybody wants to lay eyes on her. But it's
Isn't that nice? That's so emotional for them, right? Savannah, I don't know Savannah. I remember watching Savannah when I lived there. You know, she was always on the morning news in Tucson. And so she must have a very strong bond with everybody on her show, right? I'm glad she was able to go in and see everybody and talk to them and let them know. That's nice.
interesting because I think I handle moments like this differently now because I am in some ways, I'm not smiling, but I feel I'm proud of Savannah and I'm rooting for Savannah. And I know the strength that it would take to even just come in here and to be amongst all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so I see it as we're in this storm and we're not out of the storm, but there's a light somewhere, even in the midst of the storm. And I think her coming here and just being able to be with us and for us to be able to hug her, I think it's a step, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's ahead of us. We don't know what's
Right.
ahead of us, but all I know is
She so needs this. Like, it gives her a sense of normalcy, almost a sense of, like, you know, she's loved by so many people. Are my birds too loud? Can you guys hear my birds? And my washer is going. Is it too loud? If it is, I'll shut my door. The birds are beep, 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 beep. Can you hear them? It's okay? Okay. If they get loud, let me know, okay? Oh. Oh, wow, really? Oh, that's so kind. That's so nice.
it is a step. And for me,
You
anytime you
love
can
it.
take a step, I celebrate that.
Mhm.
And so I looked at her and I hugged her and I'm like, you know what? You are here
Mhm.
and we love you.
Yeah.
Everyone loves you. And whenever you're ready, we are here.
Mhm.
And so for me, I feel encouraged this morning that we are one step closer just to getting a step to wherever it's going to be, that she was able to actually feel us. And I think even for her to see
Good.
us
Okay.
and our pins
Okay.
and
Yeah,
I
she
can't
said-
imagine, you know.
She said the yellow flowers and the pins, all of your prayers, she feels them. She depends on them. She said, and she has said this to me before during all of this, but her pastor said, and I
Oh, see the pins they're wearing. They're wearing yellow pins. I see that. See that? That's pretty. What I want to know is why. Well, I think I've said this before. Why is there no flyers being put out all around town? I mean, we know this is a kidnapping case, but why are there no flyers out? Like, I know there's some billboards up, but it's to keep her. It's to keep. It was a bit weird. Hi, Vexing. Welcome back, honey. The card was a little bit weird. Yes. Yep. Okay, so after this, we're going to start watching some stuff. We're going to watch what Sleuth Intuition's been doing. He's been doing fantastic work. Yeah, I like the pins.
think she wouldn't mind me sharing this. He said, you know, God is our last resort. And she said, no, God has always been my first resort. So thank you all for your continued support and your love for all of us, but particularly for Savannah. and for Annie and for Cam and for their families, because she is, one of the most precious things in our lives.
And she said it before, she feels your prayers and your well wishes and all of it. And I think we just keep it going.
Yeah.
We just keep loving her. We keep our arms around her, and we're going to get her back here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. You guys, thanks for watching.
I know. Come join us.
I love all that. I love all the love. That's great. Okay. Yeah, let's watch this. News Nation. Brian Enton is fantastic.
Is they seemed especially interested in the
Oh,
front door, which is
interesting.
of course where we saw the blood drops. And then they opened the door, they went in. There was some speculation that they could be locksmiths, although I'm not sure that really makes any sense. But they were here for about an hour, and then they were gone, Jesse.
Brian, I want your take on what the sheriff had to say about getting definitely closer to a break. But let me just get to Joseph real quick. Joseph, I understand you might have two theories about.
I'm not sure that really makes any sense. But they were here for about an hour, and then they were gone, Jesse.
Brian, I want
sense with some speculation that they could be
You look,
locksmiths, although
not locksmiths. The guy's on the ground there. It looks like you can see him. The door, the damn doormat that they never took. I wonder if they're testing the doormat now as it lays. The doormat. That's the one thing I just cannot get past. They did not take the doormat. There was blood all over the ground beside it, but they didn't take the doormat. In my personal opinion, I believe that was a serious screw up. That was a serious screw up. And the sheriff also releasing the house back to the family, like, what was it? Like the day after or a couple days later? Serious F up. Like, I'm sure, I don't know how it works, but I hope this guy has gotten like reprimanded or whatever they do. Like, you seriously fucked up.
I'm not sure that really makes any sense. But they were here for about an hour, and then they were gone, Jesse.
Brian, I want your take on what the sheriff had to say about getting definitely closer to a break. But let me just get to Joseph real quick. Joseph, I understand you might have two theories about what may have happened to Nancy that we might not be thinking of.
Well, yeah. I mean, first off, I think that going with what Brian is saying about the blood deposition there in the front at the door, I think that is significant because this is an act of violence.
Okay, perfect. This is what we were just talking about. Okay, so let's hear what the expert has to say.
And we have confirmed, or they have confirmed at least, that is Mrs. Guthrie's blood that was deposited there. I have my own thoughts about the nature of the deposition and what it kind of stems from. And that was a sudden taking, if you will. The one shot there where you have that kind of expirated blood that is in that large patch. You've got the larger elements of blood there. That expirated blood, which I think are the tiny little dots right there, that's evidence of somebody probably coughing or sneezing out blood deposition from right there. And this blood is not indicative of, say, having a cut on your hand and it just kind of free falling.
And then you have this other idea about her age and her being a vulnerable.
That's interesting. Hey, what he said about the blood. I had heard that it was from that. I heard from somebody earlier. They said it would have been from free falling, like dropping down. But this guy is saying it's from either coughing or like from blowing your nose. Really? Ashley Banfield said they may have found the pacemaker. Okay, thank you so much. I will check Ashley out after this then, okay? Thank you very much for letting me know that.
Victim?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you guys realize how many cases I've worked over the course of my career in Atlanta and New Orleans that involved ransom? Zero. The cases I have worked, elder abuse. I've had people that have taken advantage of the elderly because they knew that they had money and they bum rush them into their house and they snatch them out of there, or they do terrible things like murder inside of the house. She is a much more valuable target to them if they have foreknowledge of whose mother she was.
Right.
That doesn't take a deep dive here. And so if they think that they can get anything out of her, so I think that comes to local knowledge. Who knows this? Is this somebody's, grandson that might be in the neighborhood that has some knowledge that's been talking about this for a protracted period of time?
Right.
I wonder if it's gang related.
Oh my God. Has he been watching my readings or what?
I wonder if somebody's, grandson that might be in the neighborhood that has some knowledge that's been talking about this for a protracted period of time.
Right.
I wonder if it's gang related. I wonder what they're pressing relative to the gang associations in Pima County, because this smacks of this relative to targeting her,
Right.
seeking her out.
And let me, Brian, I'll give you a chance to respond to that since you've been on the ground and know this case better than anybody else. But also, I wanted your response to where the sheriff says they're definitely closer to finding a suspect. But I mentioned before all the seemingly gaps in this investigation, or at least what they know.
Yeah, and he's been saying that for a while. There were a few other things he said today that really stood out to me. One, he was asked about that new surveillance video of the car from 2.5 miles away. He said that it is part of the investigation, but
I see, Mary. Sorry, Anne-Marie. Yeah, okay. That would make sense, I guess. There's just, there's so much should-haves that should have been done, Too many should-haves. Should have, could have, would have.
he said that they are looking at hundreds of thousands of cars, which my jaw kind of dropped, like hundreds of thousands. How could that possibly be? I don't know if it's from traffic cameras, but that wasn't really encouraging to hear him say that. The other interesting thing was in terms of the backpack that the suspect was wearing that they've been saying was bought at Walmart all along, and we know they were going through the Walmart sales records. Today, he said that they believe the suspect may have gotten it secondhand. So he didn't necessarily buy the backpack himself from Walmart, which is something we haven't heard the sheriff say before.
Brian, real quick, about 40 seconds to Joseph's theory. If someone bum rushed her, jumped in.
The whole backpack thing, I try not to be discouraged by it, but like people that are searching for the backpack, right? That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. There are hundreds of backpacks there in the washes along the trails. There's backpacks everywhere there because of all the illegals walking through and coming through. They're all wearing backpacks, and usually they'll drop them. Like, hopefully, we'll be able to go down there. I'm still going to push. Like, if she's not found in a month, I'm going to try my damnedest to go, okay, come on, let's go. Because there are so many places that I know of that I don't know if they need to be searched or not. I'm hoping not. But yeah, there are so many places there where you could hide someone and they'd never be seen again. Like, I'm hoping we don't have to go down that avenue. Yeah. Not really. Like, Dolly went to Swan Bridge, and just did a quick walk around. But, so tomorrow, I'm hoping he does. Tomorrow, I've given PJ some more directions on where to go, at least, where to start. Where he was today, just now, like an hour ago, at the Swan River Bridge, or at the Swan Bridge, Swan Road Bridge, that's a good starting spot. But people need to really understand that there's like days and days and days of searching to be done. Like, it's just one dolly out there walking is not going to do it. It's helpful that he has a drone, yes. Like, that's what I'm counting on, is the drone. But we need 50 gyms here. our dear Jim. We need 50 of them out there searching, doing exactly what Jim does. But on the other hand, the sheriff doesn't want anyone doing it. So you're kind of putting yourself at risk going out there even doing it. But yeah. And yes, the glove was from a DNA restaurant worker. Yeah. So not relevant. But I do feel a bit of relief that I've been able to at least get a hold of someone. So PJ has my initial starting point of where to search. So I feel a little bit better. Hi Carla. Welcome back.
Maybe was trying to get something from the house. Do you know if anything was stolen from her house?
Not that we know of, no. And I heard what Joseph was saying about the blood. One thing I've thought about is I think it may be an indication that she was alive when she left the house. Because if she was already dead, you would think, I mean, I hate to talk like this, but you'd think they would have wrapped her up. Or why would there be those blood spots?
My readings tell me that the blood at the front door, I could be wrong, but I'm getting basically that they had like gone to the door. She opens the door and bam, they get her right in the head, right in the face. Like again, I'm getting like flashbacks of Chris Watts. Like one of the theories on the Chris Watts was that the minute Shanann got home and opened that door and entered, that she was jumped from inside the house. That's basically what I'm getting. I'm getting though that Nancy basically like opened the door and they jumped her. That makes sense. So I'm getting that they have hit her. She was hit in the face. And that would explain the blood. I'm getting that there was yeah, they overpowered her and some things happened you don't want to know about. There's a whole it's just yeah, they did some bad stuff to her. If I'm right. I think I'm right from what I'm hearing about the DNA they have found. Yes, I'm getting this. Yes. Makes sense. I'm getting when they left the house with her, she was still alive and still alive up to roughly February 7th, this Saturday. According to my readings, for some reason, something changed that day. So, yeah. It's disgusting. It really is disgusting. And I can't wait for them to catch these bastards and watch them rot in prison for the rest of their lives. They should, I was going to say they should have the death penalty, but that's not enough suffering. Like, to me, death penalty is, nah, you need to torture these guys for the rest of their lives. That would be a good penalty. Death penalty just makes it quick. They don't suffer. That's not right. I don't agree with that.
What's coming if she was already dead. So I think it's a sign that she was alive when she left.
Gentlemen, I wish we had more time to talk about this because there could be a number of theories we go through. But Brian Enton, Joseph Scott Morgan, thank you both so much as always.
Thank you.
That's exactly it. The easy way out, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Ashley Bamfield. I love Ashley. I think Ashley's fantastic. I think Ashley is really, really good. Okay, let's see what she has going here. She got a new video. What is it I'm looking for Ashley here? What did you say? One sec here. Ashley Bamfield said they may Have found the pacemaker. Okay, but where is that? Is there a post? 2 days ago. Where did you find that? True Crime Momo. Where did you see that? Where did you see that from Ashley? Was it on X or something? Ashley's great. Yeah, I think she's fantastic. I've actually messaged her a few times. There's people out there that are what are they doing? They're defaming and they've been really rude to her, and I don't agree with that. Okay, let me just check X here. Okay, I'm on X right now. Those of you that don't know, I'm on X. Let me see. Ashley, where are you? Wow, Dad's Gone Live hit a major milestone. 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Congratulations. Hopefully my time's coming. I want to hit 50,000 subscribers on my channel as soon as possible. So if you know anyone that would love my channel, please spread the word, okay? Ashley Banfield, where are you, my dear? Jennifer Coffindaffer, critical recanvas of the neighborhood. Yep. So the FBI Violent Crime Task Force has been out all day canvassing the neighborhood, which is such a good sign. I'm so happy to see that. That should explain it right there. The Violent Crime Task Force. You know? Hi, Donna. Hi, honey. Yeah, we're going to watch multiple things. Give me a sec here. Just trying to figure it out. Cajun Navy is there from. Okay. But the show. Yeah, good. I don't agree with the Cajun Navy. I'm sorry. Yeah, good. I'm glad he doesn't because they have a bad reputation. Let's just put it that way. So those of you trusting that organization, you might do some research and learn about them. There's some bad reputation. Ashley Banfield thing about something. Yeah, the defamation. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to say where I heard the defamation, but I heard it, and it's absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. So I actually sent her a message and like, you need to watch this shit. You need to like, this is unacceptable. You need to take this person to court. Like, yeah. So I got a quick thank you. Yeah. There's a good Cajun Navy and a bad Cajun Navy. That's right, Silver. I don't know much about it except that they all have a bad reputation from what I've heard. I know the Cajun Navy that came in to help with Sebastian Rogers' case, it turned into a massive nightmare. That's when all the drama in Sebastian's case started. That's what got all the drama nightmare started. It was just terrible. Okay, anyways, I don't see anything new on Ashley's YouTube yet. Hopefully, she'll have something. We could just watch this.
Evidence remains ongoing. I think they're doing the IgG stuff. And again, hey everyone.
Okay, so we're going to watch Ashley. All of you that don't know Ashley Banfield, please go to her channel and give her a subscribe. Here is her channel. Tell her we sent you. Yes. Yep. I know Monks. We're going to watch Monks in a bit here. Tell Ashley my channel sent you. We're all there on behalf of us. Give her a like, give her a subscribe, and enjoy her content. She's very, very good at what she does. You don't do this for likes and clicks. Right. Right. You guys know this. Like, I mean, yes, I love my YouTube channel and I'm happy my channel is growing and everything. But deep down, like with these cases, I'm doing this because I really want to help find them. Like, if I could be there right now, I would be. You know, there's a difference. Okay, so let's see what she's got to say.
I'm Ashley Banfield. This is Drop Dead Serious. Thanks so much for being here. Quick subscribe, please. It's so helpful.
Drop
I
Dead
appreciate
Serious.
it. Oh, yes,
Dead
I have you
Beautiful.
here today.
I'm Drop
It may be
Dead
temporary. I would
Gorgeous.
love to hear
I
what you
love her.
think. I know that sounds crazy, but whenever I have new hair, I get so many comments. And
You
the
look
last time I was
great.
wearing straight hair, people really liked it. So, okay, this is just a temporary thing for now, but
She looks great. You look great, Ashley. You're a beautiful, beautiful lady. And you do fantastic work. So keep it up, okay?
we'll see, according to what you say. So let me tell you, today is March the 4th, 2026. It is day 32 in the Nancy Guthrie investigation. And
no problem. It's all good, hun. No problem at all. No problem at all. I got you, girl. Is the gangs that come up from Argentina and yeah. Right. This was becoming a big problem when I lived there. I remember starting to hear about this as like it was on the news all the time for us. It was it's a serious problem. Yeah. It's not just Argentina either. There's like many other countries, people from other countries coming up through Mexico up into America, right? Yeah. Okay, let's keep going.
And I wanted to tell you about something that I've been sort of sitting on for a while. It is this criminal network that's operating in the United States. And they are growing and they are in every state, including yours. And these guys are real pains in the asses. Typically, they're very burglary, but it doesn't mean that they haven't been violent in the past. And when we look at the Nancy Guthrie story and we cannot figure out what the F happened, I had this long conversation with a retired FBI special agent who had a lot to say about this criminal organization. He also has led the evidence response team in one of the major cities.
From what I understand too, we have the same problem up here. Like they're up here in Canada as well. Oh, I just had an order come through. Thank you very much. Who was that? Thank you very much. Let's see. Which one of you placed an order? Wanda. Thank you, Wanda. Love you, girl. I know. Do you know that was crossing my mind a lot today, Deborah? It really, really is. Just on a psychic level, I think I have no. I think I know why, but I don't want to talk about it. Like I don't want to say it. It's what I was picking up today. How do I say this gently? You know how we deal with the whole pedophile aspect with children. I believe there is also a whole problem with the opposite, where they are doing it to elderly. Yeah, yeah, and it's becoming a growing problem. It's becoming a growing and growing problem. Yeah, it's gross. It's terrible. It's becoming a huge problem.
In the United States. So he'll be on in a minute to tell you a little bit about this organization, and then you can compare notes and see if you think that this organization applies to all the things that we've learned about in the Nancy Guthrie case. And then once you hear from him and you learn about this criminal organization, I then have Tracy Walder, who is also retired FBI and also CIA. And by the
Yeah.
way, we were
And that's just it, right? It's the opposite. You got the ones that go after the children. Now you've got the ones that go after the elderly. And there's other aspects, like when they're going after elderly, well, a lot of the elderly have money. They have medications in their homes. Um, it's gross. It's just terrible stuff. I think Nancy's disappearance has really opened up. I guess there is a bit of a benefit from it. Actually, I hope one day they establish like maybe Nancy's law, um, where this topic comes to light. That's what I'm getting at. I hope that this topic of it's a form of elder abuse, people are starting to really open up their eyes and figure out what's really happening here. And wouldn't that be fantastic if some sort of law was made in Nancy's name? Because Nancy has, as far as I believe, has opened up people's eyes to this. I hope I'm making sense to everybody. Like, it's so tough to talk about. It makes me want to cry. It's just really, really terrible. And that's right. That's why Granny is taking care of herself. That's right. Every granny and grandpa you have out there that are still able to take care of themselves cognitively, make sure that they are able to protect themselves as well. All of you in the States, you know what I'm saying. Make sure your relatives are able to protect themselves. Like tomorrow, if you can, go and have a discussion with your grandma and your grandpa. Have a serious talk with them and say, okay, what is your plan of attack if somebody tried to break in here? Give them a safety plan on what to do if somebody tries to break into their home. What are they going to do? A plan of attack, basically, how to protect themselves. Where is it? Yes. Yep. Yeah. Yes. And I just won't talk about it. I won't talk about it. I'm one of those psychics. I just won't talk about that. But yeah, with me, it's more, I don't feel it as much. I hear it. I hear, oh, it's just, some of you understand what I'm trying to talk about here. I hear it. And the last few weeks in my home, I have heard yelling. I have heard a woman yelling. I've heard crying. Lots and lots of crying, which is totally new. This is new. I don't normally hear this. Um, Lots of trauma. I'm hearing lots of trauma. The last time I heard lots of trauma like this was with Summerwell's case. Um, Terrible. But I don't feel it. No, emotionally I do. Empathically I do, but physically in my body, no, I don't have that ability, which I'm really glad I don't. Touch wood 1,000 times. I don't have that. So yeah. Oh, you did. Oh, thank you so very much. Yay! Okay. I got you, girl. Thank you so much for your order. You're very, very welcome. Happy birthday. You're very welcome. Okay. Let's keep going. Otherwise, I'm going to be just blabbering. I'll be blabbering for hours. So let's keep watching.
Both in Afghanistan right around the same time. And we just learned that. We just learned that together, back in the day. We were kind of in the same spot at right around the same time. She's going to weigh in on whether she thinks the Guthrie investigation should be thinking more about this group or not. So that's all coming in just a minute. But today, there are a few things to tell you about. Not a lot.
Yes. Clairaudient. I'm a several. I do clairaudient, clairvoyant, and sentient. I think that's what it is. Clairsentient is when I just know. I just know. I tell you, and bam, I'm right. It just comes. I tell you, and I was right. So I think that's a clairsentient. Yes. But clairaudient is my number one. My number one ability. Music is a big thing for me too. Um, it's wild actually. I'm listening to music and I'm picking out words in the songs I'm hearing, and it just kind of goes. It works. Is there a way to close it? What do you mean? Clear sensing of things. Correct. Thank you, Brown Eyed. Hi, Susan. Hello, hello. Hi, Kim. Right. Right. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Turn what off? My abilities off? Like hearing them? Is that what you're meaning? Being able to turn it off? I try. I try. There's most of the time I'm able to turn it off, but I have to say there's been like I would say a good 2 weeks straight of Nancy's case that I haven't been able to turn it off. Like even like right now, I can hear it. I can faintly hear in amongst the white noise of my home right now. I can hear crying, and I'm sorry. I'm hearing I'm sorry over and over and over and over again. So yeah. Yeah. Iranian choice. Okay. Thank you, Diva. That's wild. Okay. That's very, very wild. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. As long as it matches my reading, that's fine. Just as long as it's a match to me. And yeah, I'm flat out. It very well could be an Iranian. As for like, I'm just getting it's a Middle East extremist, but I don't really know where. I can't place what country. In the very beginning, I was hearing Nigeria flat out. I think I told you guys I was getting Nigerian. Um, it's hard to say. I do find it a little bit fishy that we're now at war with Iran all of a sudden. I never thought I would come out and say that, but it's a weird coincidence. A lot of people say there's no such thing as coincidences. So I don't know. I don't know. When it comes to that aspect, it's probably nothing. But the fact that I'm getting Iranian and others are getting Iranian too, and there's some sleuth intuition. Yes, we're gonna watch him. Um, Okay, let's just do that right now. Sleuth intuition is amazing. I'm getting all worked up. I need to stop. Okay, calm down. Okay, now I'm going to find Sleuth Intuition. I really like Sleuth Intuition. He is a new channel I watch, and he's really good. Where is he? I think he was in my chat the other day. Okay, I'll share the screen in 2 seconds here. Okay, so Sleuth is doing some really good work. So is the channel Fugitive TV. Fugitive TV was in my channel last night, and he's doing some really good stuff. Okay, okay, there you go. You're seeing it. Okay, so you want me to watch the video from 22 hours ago? The fetish one? Is it the fetish one? Yeah, it's crazy. This is what I'm talking about. Like the whole. Is it that one? The fetish one. Okay, yeah, let's watch this shit. This is crazy. So remember those people that were in front of Nancy's house doing the photo shoot? Watch this.
Right. Was he going? Name is Secret Mute.
Okay, so this is fair use commentary. All video credit of this goes to the amazing channel Sleuth Intuition. Please give him a like and go subscribe to him. In his comment section, tell him I sent you. And he's been doing some amazing freaking work here, and bam. Like, I have a feeling this is a connection for sure. And I'm hoping this is what is making the FBI get moving. I'm hoping that's what this is. If you want to, sure, Donna, go ahead. I don't mind. Hopefully he'll shout me out too.
Hello, hello. Is this thing on?
Hello, hello. We hear you. 10-4.
Goes back to a previous live stream. Remember, we talked about all of the different professions that are using these types of gloves. There's been some online chatter about an electrician. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you what today's live stream is all about, connecting Luke
Yep, go for it.
to Kayla to Derek, and vice versa. And what connects them all together is this fetish community there in Tucson.
That's crazy. That's crazy. The fetish community is a big, big thing up there. I know for a fact it is. I know people that go there. The interview room, yeah, it's okay. I don't mind it. I'm not really a supporter, but I don't mind watching his coverage of Summer Wells. I know, Angel. I agree. I was screaming at my phone. I was like, "Why are they not calling the RCMP? Why are they not calling the sheriff?" And at the time when they were filming, there was a sheriff parked in Nancy's driveway, and none of the people said anything. But I guess they weren't breaking any laws, so I don't think there wasn't really anything they could do, except I thought it would have been like public indecency, right? The chick was like exposing herself pretty much.
Which I find very interesting. Let's welcome McCrory. Welcome to the Sleuth Crew. Rebecca, welcome in. My opinion, he fits the description with more of a slender build, but with a little bit of pudginess, around the edges. Also, he's tied to the fetish scene. So that would have been plenty of time for him. Okay, so before we get in to all of this stuff right here. Need to share my screen here.
The one thing that I keep remembering in this was like, I think it was like day 2. I was live with all of you. And I had somebody come in the chat and tell me that they were part of Tommaso's band. I don't have time, but I should go back and try and find who that was. They were in my chat and they said they were part of Tommaso's band and that they gave me Dominique's name. Those of you remember that? They gave me Dominique's full name and they said that he was really weird. Like they believed there was some connection there. And then that was it. I don't think I saw the people in my chat again.
Right. So this guy right here, Derek Kalia, he's the guy that kind of created a fake phone number and started texting Anna and Tommaso, asking them if they had the crypto prepared and that they were waiting for it on the other side. And this happened around February 4th. So that would have been plenty of time for him to be the actual ski mask man. And I think, in my opinion, he fits the description with more of a slender build, but with a little bit of pudginess, around the edges. Also, he's tied to the fetish scene. So he sent text messages. He also called. So why can't he be one of the kidnappers? Maybe he was trying to beat the others to it, right? He knows what's going on. I'm going to jump the gun.
Right. And look at this guy's, look at his alias up here. I don't know what this is. I think this is the fetish community, their website or something. He's a DJ or something. But look at that. Secret mutilator. Just makes my hair stand on end. Maybe see with any of the men that I look at for the mask, right? I look at the lip here. See what it looks like. That's the very first thing I look for. Is this area right there.
I'm going to send my own. Maybe they'll send me the money. I'm just as much a kidnapper as they are. I can do it. Not really thinking it through. Because if he gets the money, he can just run. He has history in Mexico. He's done some shows there. He's a musician. His stage name is Secret Mutilator. And that's how we tie him to Tucson. And this is just what we can prove. Who knows when he's been coming and going, and not documenting it on social media. August 26, 2022, he's invited by resident DJ Mijito. Mijito is one of the creators of what is called, I believe it's called Scorched. It's a fetish ball. So he invited Secret Mutilator, who is a Satanist, by the way. Not that matters, right? No big deal. People are Satanists and they're not out running around killing people.
You've done fantastic research here. Thank you so much, Sleuth. You've done amazing work. I'm hoping the FBI is watching you. They better be watching all of this stuff. You need to go and fill out an application. Go get a job there.
This is not a story or a theory of how participating in Satanism and bondage and BDSM and stuff like that can lead to murder and violence. That's not what this is about. This is about asking the question, could Nancy's kidnappers be connected through this community, right? Could this just be a group of people who participate and socialize amongst that group and decided to do this for whatever reason? Maybe some of them are actually taking it too far, living it, living the extreme. It doesn't have to be ritualistic. It could just be, psychopathy. What's up, CJK?
And that's where what I was just talking about earlier comes in. I think there might be a serious thing happening here with elders. Please just figure out what I'm saying. Like elder abuse here. People need to start paying attention to if there more and more elders are going missing. We have a lot of elderly that go missing in our town here, but it's because they all just kind of wander away. Like you have a dementia patient and they just wander away because people aren't paying attention to them.
Over the screen when he starts showing pictures from the fetish thing. That's hurtful to my conscience and inner psyche. Can't watch it. Word up. I hear that. We all have our limits, you know what I mean? Brave Soul, this is an avenue that I wonder if the detectives are even looking at. Well, I hope. Remember, this is a race. It's the amateurs versus the professionals, right? We're running around picking up any breadcrumbs that are left behind, making sure the real investigators are not leaving any gaps on that highway to finding Nancy. Because if they do, we're going to slip right in there.
That's right. Go for it. You're doing a fantastic job. Reminds me, I know a girlfriend of mine who literally was in this lifestyle down there. I should message her and say, hey, do you know any of these people? Remind me to do that when I get off of here. She might even be watching. Amanda, if you're watching, do you know any of these people?
So we have this guy who's asking for a ransom in relation to Nancy's kidnapping, sets up a fake number, and even calls, makes a 9-second phone call to Nancy's family. They couldn't find any connection. Well, he lives basically in the LA area, but he didn't make his ransom request until the 4th. Now, I just drove all the way out to San Diego. It's a 6.5-hour drive. It's basically the same, 8 hours to LA, shy of 8 hours. He's done it before. August 26th of 2022.
I agree, Castle. Absolutely. Hi, Sheila. Hi, honey. He called TMZ. Uh-huh. Just crazy, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna let this play. I'll be right back. I gotta get something.
He was invited by resident DJ Mojito. Now, Mojito is part of was one of the creators of Scorched, the fetish ball. And if you go look at Kayla Day, aka Kayla Noel, she's also representing the same fetish ball, Scorched, fetish weekend. It looks like she's part of the staff, maybe even doing makeup here. So she's connected to this DJ who is connected to Secret Mutilator, who is the guy making the ransom request. So why is Luke even important? Well, Luke was arrested last year with this woman with drugs and guns. Right? I'm not here to kink shame anybody, but sometimes people take things too far. And we're just trying to make sense of some of the weird things that are going on around the crime scene. Right? There's Kayla. And look at some of the piercings that she's done. I think that's her profession. She runs a shop, a tattoo shop. She does tattoos and piercings. These are some of the styles that she's known to do. Where have we seen that before? Right here on Luke.
Look at that. Wow, look at that. What do you guys think of that? That's a match. YouTube page. If you're leaving, you too. Thank you for being here, hon.
All right. And what about this strange group that just shows up out of nowhere filming, like almost like they're filming the ending to a Mickey and Mallory story? Maybe they wanted Nancy to play the mom. I think she even said her name was Mickey or something like that. I'm not sure, but that's what they reminded me of. If there are kidnapper
Kiki. Her name was Kiki. Her nickname was Kiki. Okay, so he shows some pretty brutal stuff here. I might. Okay, we're okay. We're okay. There's some stuff up here that we don't want to watch, but
who are working together, more than one, there must be some kind of a loyalty there. Lovers, relatives, something along those lines. Why are they not snitching on each other? Or it could even be fear. There was a story, I can't remember the name right off the bat, but it was a group of basically pimps, and they were sex trafficking girls in a local area. and they would record themselves like torturing and having sexual interactions with each one of the girls. And they said, hey, if you ever try to leave me or if you try to do anything and go against us, we're going to release this. It's basically
Yep.
it was one of the earliest forms of sextortion that I had seen.
At
covering
the
state
Epstein files.
So it could even be out of fear. Right. But these guys reminded me of that whole Mickey and Mallory vibe. And interestingly enough, the group, these two, are also on the Scorched Fetish Ball website.
Yep.
Well, who's helping run that? Kayla.
Okay, so that's Kayla right there. Nancy's niece. Quite interesting. See, remember in my reading, I didn't get Kayla, but I was getting Layla or Leela. So I was just hearing it wrong. So most likely it was Kayla I was hearing.
So it was Kayla that might be dragging in the muscle, Luke, who has done crimes with her in the past. I can trust him. But he, in my opinion, doesn't match the kidnapper.
No.
What about this guy? Or to me, honestly, the best match, in my opinion, is him. The very man asking for the ransom. The very man who didn't start asking for the ransom until the 4th. I think a group of individuals that knew what he was up to and assisted him tried to steal the ransom from him. Right?
Kiki, good friends. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Yeah. Yeah. Kayla Day is Nancy's niece or Savannah's niece. Yeah, she related to them.
Tells them, once I get everything settled, once I get her, Nancy situated, dead or alive, we don't know. Everybody's praying. We're hopeful. Whatever the case may be, he tells the rest of the group, I'm not going to say anything until around the 10th. They're like, well, we're going to steal it, right? We're going to send our own ransom.
What a wild connection, eh? Like this guy's done amazing work. Right, yep. She's related, yeah. She's like the bad apple of the family. She's gotten herself in a lot of trouble. So we'll see. Kayla is somehow connected to Luke, who is somehow connected to Zach, who is somehow connected to Tommaso. It just goes on and on and on.
And we're going to get the money from underneath this guy. He sees that, and that's why he made so many mistakes. He's like, they're trying to screw up my plans. They're trying to take my ransom. He's rushed. He makes a fake number, starts texting.
Immediate niece, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who she is. I'm sure somebody out there has done the research on who she is exactly. But I do know she is a niece. And a lot of the dots are definitely clicking, and we can just only hope that the FBI is 50 steps ahead of us. I'm sure they are. Nancy's husband's niece. Oh, God. Seriously? Nancy's husband's niece. Okay, Nancy's husband died quite a while ago. So it's the husband's side of the family. Okay. Regardless, doesn't matter. They're still... It's Nancy's late husband and niece. Okay, thank you. Pretty crazy shit. I don't know. I really don't know.
Texting, hey, why haven't you sent, the transfer? We're waiting. And then he just gives a bogus story. So that guy is connected to the DJ who is connected to Kayla. And we all know Kayla is connected to Luke. He says he doesn't know her. Here's some of the piercings that she's done. Looks a lot.
That's a match. I wouldn't bet any
money on it. It could just be a trend. But, there's a good chance that she did this piercing right here. Susan says the Wiccan purification holiday. I don't know if I want to go down that route, but I did notice.
Don't want to go there.
maybe shit. Let's just dive right into it.
I don't really
Check
want to
this shit
go
out.
there.
Here, let's pull
Yeah.
up Kayla Day's information. And this is her social media. Like, I'm not trying to like dig into her private life. This is all public. This is her lifestyle. She owns a tattoo and piercing shop.
Oh God.
Right?
Okay, we're
Very
gonna
violent, in
skip.
my opinion.
This is some really sick
The
shit.
bondage reminds me of like BTK.
Okay, we're gonna
A
skip
little bit
forward.
of
Okay. So that's what
remember these
Kayla is
two?
into.
What's funny
We
is I
just
got
skipped
Mickey
all
and
that.
Mallory vibes from them. And come to find out, her name might actually be
Kiki.
Mickey or something like that. I can't remember. Kiki or something crazy. Is that it, Kiki?
Kiki.
So they're giving me Mickey and Mallory vibes. Well, if you go to the Scorched website put on by this guy, who is also DJing this party right here, the Fetish Ball of 2024.
Oh my
Right, you see him back
God.
here, DJ Mojito. Noticed.
Okay, we're skipping that.
Yeah, I don't think we
Let's
once
out
have
there.
accused anybody in the family. That's usually something you kind of loop.
Just if you want to see the gruesome goriness of that, just go watch it yourself on his channel. I I just skip forward over it. That will actually make me pass out, so I can't watch that. But yeah, some of the stuff is pretty crazy.
Back to sensitively once a case has gone cold, just to ask the questions. You know, that's where law enforcement's always going to start. We're here to pick up the crumbs that are left behind.
Yep. It's scary. I'm going to just say at one point in time, like I was never into this state phase. Like I was never into this, okay? But I knew people that were into the scene. And I went to some place in Tucson once. It was like a nightclub for this type of activity. Like it might be the place we just looked at. Anyways, we did like a tour of the place. And I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. My ex was with me and he's like, do you want it? Do you want it? Like, he honestly was like, what do you think? I'm like, absolutely not. Like, no, I don't want this in my life. We're not going down this avenue. This is absolutely not. But oh my God, they had like racks on the walls where you could actually like hang from and shit. Just the craziest stuff I've ever seen. That was probably like 6 months before I left my ex. I was like, "No, no. Absolutely not. Where do I get the divorce papers? Like, no."
Luke claimed he doesn't really know Kayla. Just got arrested with her. Yeah, do you believe that? You know, do you believe what he's saying? I don't.
Those of you that watched me back then and knew my life, you knew I was in a bad situation and I was scared good portion of the time. Yeah. It was a scary time in my life, yeah. Yeah, just crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. But I'm not bashing anyone that's into it. That's not what I'm saying. But my ex was like, "Well, let's consider it." And I'm like, let's not. Let's not. Get me the hell out of here."
Let's go back to the car. Remember Luke? He tried to kind of just breeze past what happened to his vehicle. He's like, "Oh, you know, that wasn't connected to Nancy. Me buying a brand new car right around the time that Nancy was kidnapped. Oh, that had nothing to do with it."
See, he's going to talk about the car in a second here. The car, this blows my mind here because my reading said that up Reddington Pass that there was a car that was smashed up or ditched or something. They'd done something to I was getting that they had 2 vehicles and one of them was possibly smashed or ditched up there or whatever. The color though of the car is not a match. I was getting white. I was thinking like a white just a white little piece of crap car. It very well could be this Kia Soul that everybody's talking about, but anyways, I was getting white, but this car is blue, but it's smashed up. I could be just wrong on the color. Like and then the fact that he managed to get this towed away before the FBI got it is mind-blowing. Like, I'm praying the FBI have gone and got it. They went and got it from the insurance lot. I'm praying, praying, praying they did.
Oh, so you're just mysteriously having it towed away and it's through insurance? I think law enforcement may have dropped the ball when it comes to that vehicle.
Me too.
Whatever this is, I think it's a Challenger or a Charger.
That looks
Honestly, I
like
can't really tell.
a Challenger. We had a Challenger at one time. That looks like a Dodge Challenger. Yes, absolutely. That is probably that might
But here's the damage.
Hellcat. That might be a Dodge. That might be a Hellcat or like just maybe a uh what was the one after the RT? The 392 392 Challenger. If it's got 4 doors, it might be a Charger, but it looks like a Challenger to me. And that would explain if it was, and they used this to get Nancy out of town, they were able to get out really fast. We had one, and they go like Mach 9.
Remember, there was a blue or gray Malibu driving down the street with its door open, a woman hanging out of the side, screaming.
Okay, people thought it was a Malibu. I bet you it wasn't. I bet you it was this car. My readings say that it was this car. My readings have said yes. They haul ass. Yes, they do. I can't wait for us to get another one. Yeah. We're going to get another one day. My honey wants a Hellcat. So keep supporting my channel so I can get him a Hellcat one day.
Could that have caused an accident? Right? Grab the wheel, pull it. I don't see any damage to the windshield. So this kind of seems more consistent with maybe driving down a dirt road. You know, it seems calm right now. You know, everything seems good. And then all of a sudden.
Yep. If they took this up over Reddington Pass, like I've been talking about for a month, it would be perfect. Yes. If they hit like one of the bumps in the road or a pothole or what, the road is really, really rough in some parts. Yeah, for sure. Hi, Melissa.
Boom. Hit a big ass rock.
Yep.
You know, take the wrong turn. Maybe go off the road a little bit and then hit a rock.
Or even a cactus. If they hit a saguaro cactus up there. Yeah.
Somewhat missing the very bottom of.
Nobody really knows if it's the same car or not. Nobody really knows. So we don't know. Okay. Thank you, Barbara. Have a good sleep, hun. Thank you for being here.
The bumper, but destroying the grill. If you have insurance, why aren't you towing it, you know, from the accident site? Why is it even here?
You know what I find interesting though is like, look at the way the freaking look at the tarp. Look at the tarp. Hmm. It just looks a bit. The tarp itself looks really weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would he do it like that? That's Arizona. You don't need to have a. Why would he do that? Exactly, Castle. That's Arizona. It doesn't like it's not like you're gonna be dealing with torrential rain or anything. That's a bit weird, actually, now that I look at that. Isn't that really freaking weird now that you look at it? Why would he cover it up like that? He's trying to hide it. And that doesn't look like a normal tarp to me. Probably is, but from the photograph, it looks like it's actually like something thicker than a tarp. Like I don't know. I just kind of get this weird feeling right here. Hmm. All we can do is pray that the FBI has it, right? Pray FBI has it in their hands. Hmm. Very strange, right? It just looks really weird. Like it. Why wouldn't you drape it up over the whole top of it? Why would you have it wrapped down in the engine compartment and the bumper there? Just seems very strange, doesn't it? Rucksack material. Yes, Carol, that's what I'm thinking. Like it's a something thicker than a normal tarp. Rucksack material. Yeah, the rubbery. Yeah. Oh yeah, rubber swimming pool. That's totally, totally, totally sketchy. Very, very sketchy.
Aaron, why are you apparently trying to conceal it?
Like even look at
I
that.
think it could be related.
I think it's related too. I
I
agree.
think they towed the wrong vehicle. But then again, it might not be under Luke's name.
It must be just the reflection, but the windshield looks damaged there. It's probably just the lighting. Huh. I think that's a Hellcat. I think there's a Hellcat symbol right there. Those of you that know your cars, right there, I think that's a Hellcat symbol.
The warrant is for him. That's my mom's car. Guy with the metal detector is a YouTuber and is around daily. Oh yeah, that's Criminal Network.
Okay, everybody in my chat right now, what do you guys think of this? Tell me a quick blurb in the chat. What do you think? Do you think there's any significance to this car or not? That car sat there during the warrant. Yeah. Huh. What do you guys think? Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is the vehicle. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't. Do you think this is the vehicle they had Nancy in? Yeah. Yep. Yep. 1, 1, 1. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I agree too. I do. Okay. Put a 2 in the chat if you think that FBI has messed this portion of this up. I believe so too. I think this is like something that was just hidden in plain sight right in front of their eyes and they didn't. Oh God, all we can do is pray that they've gone to the insurance impound lot and now have the car. Checking it for everything. DNA, you name it. So I believe that the 911 call that was called in and somebody said that there was a lady hanging out of the door of a Chevy Malibu. I'm thinking it was a Dodge Challenger instead of a Chevy Malibu. Both cars are blue. I think they just got the make of the car wrong on the 911 call.
What's going on, Richard? I wonder if were the ones that disturbed them. Right? They serve a search warrant, and the very next day he has it towed.
Wow.
The nihilist. She gave up her tow. They work together.
So these
Club.
people.
No.
Strange
Right?
connection
What's
here.
his search warrant served on you? They hand you a copy of the affidavit. Just following the information.
At 4545 South Mission. We're gonna.
And what does he do? Of course, he shaves, right? Before we do the kidnapping, we're going to grow out the beard. Same thing possibly with this guy. When he's driving from California into Arizona, he stops by maybe at a few different Walmarts, right? Maybe each individual involved in the kidnapping was tasked with buying one item needed. Okay, let's talk about this electrician here.
We're serving a search warrant at 4545 South Mission. We're going to stay on.
Okay, so this was posted on X a little bit earlier today, something about 45 Mission Street. And then some documents were pulled relating to Nancy with that same address.
Huh. Can you get a car up Reddington Pass? Yeah, for the first portion of it. Yeah, you could. Yep. Yep. You'd be better off with an SUV, but yeah, you could. Yep. After it leaves cement and hits dirt road, yeah, you'd probably be okay. You'd probably be okay. You just got to be careful of the bumps and stuff. So yes, I believe that one of the vehicles was smashed and they switched vehicles. I believe that they had two of them up there. Maybe even three. All this time, though, I was getting two. And one of them, something happened to one of them. And that they took her down over the pass and took her to another area in Cochise County along I-10. That's when I called it into the FBI. I wasn't going to call, but I had hundreds of you telling me to do it, so I did. And then I find out just a little while ago that they had the helicopter out searching for whatever, the ping for her pacemaker out in that county. Or a different county. It wasn't in Pima County, it was another county. And I'm hoping it was where I told them to search a month ago. The only reason why I'm really hopeful is I do have a friend that is a sheriff down in Cochise County. And I called him and I was like, hey, if there's anything you can do, please do whatever you can do. And I'm hoping that might have helped. Maybe. I don't know. All I can do is pray. June's home. Her and my husband, my dog and my husband were on the road for 3 days. She was a good doggo. They drove like 13 hours today. So she's happy to be home. She's barking and telling everybody off. I'm home. It's me, June. I'm home. She was very, very good girl on the trip. Okay, let's keep going here. So, yeah. Yeah, she's a little mouthy girl. Mouthy dog. The dog next door is barking right now too. So June's like, "Hi, I'm finally home." Okay. So electrical permit
Looks like a permit by this
5820.
company. And I guess they're tied to that address. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know a whole lot about this. Maybe you guys can update me on that. All right, let's hang out in the chat. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right. Thank you very much for your work. Your channel is amazing. I've sent all my people over to subscribe to you. Let's see, what else do we got? Ivan Miller. I get nothing on this Ivan Miller. He has scheduled for tonight, 30 minutes from now, roughly. I don't read anything on Ivan. Okay, let's look at Monk here. Let's see what Monk's Intrigue is a very good channel as well. Let's see what. Okay, let's see. He's done quite a bit of stuff here. Okay, let's look at his video here. The issue with the car footage as an open case. Okay, look at that. All right, so I'm going to show this channel too. This is Monk's Intrigue. Everybody, please go give him a subscribe. Show him a little bit of love. Tell him that I sent you. Thank you, Donna. You're on the ball, girl. Thank you. Tell him I sent you, and let's see what he's got here. So this is fair use commentary. Video credit goes to Monk's Intrigue. Let's see. Okay, I need to share the screen, don't I? Okay, everybody ready? All of you in the background right now, and you've not hit the thumbs up button, can you please do that for me right this second? Take 5 seconds and press the button. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and really helps out my channel grow. Okay, so let's watch Monk's Intrigue. Let's see what he has to say about this car. Oh, thank you so much.
That has Nancy inside and is making escape. Please let me know why you think so, because yeah, there could be something that I'm missing, and I'd love to hear different, angles and views. So let me go ahead and tell you guys why I don't think this is the car for me. Okay, it's simply this. This is the footage of the possible suspect fleeing with Nancy, and I have to admit that the timing lines up perfectly. Right, this is captured at about 7 minutes away from Nancy's house. So from the time that the pacemaker disconnects at 2:28 to the timestamp here at 2:36. 8 minutes, right? It fits like a glove. However, I'm more inclined to believe that this is a car dropping someone off after clubbing, something like that, after a fun night, of Saturday nights, because let me show you this. Now, admit it, okay? You almost thought you were looking at the same picture, right? But all I did was take a screenshot of a 231 car and plopped it next to the 236 car. And I will say, I was ready to claim victory, but as we know, the hallmark of this case is that nothing is what it seems, right? So I went back, just to be thorough. And then I saw this car at 12:36. Well, gosh darn it, that looks like the same car as well. Here it is in slow motion, and it looks like the same car, same light.
Wow. That is such a good point there. Look at this. He's done such a good job with this. He's right. It looks like somebody gone and dropped something off and coming back. Or maybe it's a door dasher. Maybe it's a door dasher.
States. Now, let's say, okay, that the 231 car isn't the same car. Then we have something here. Okay, because that just means that the culprits, they came into Nancy's neighborhood a little after midnight, you know, to scope out the scene, to make sure everybody's asleep. And once the time was right, they did what they did. At 2:36, they're captured here, fleeing the scene. Now, to me, it feels like 231 and 236 are the same car, and that 1236 might not necessarily be the same car, which we'll get into. So I'm going to stick with 231 and 236, which is why it feels like it's just somebody dropping somebody off. Maybe it's an Uber, right? Because 5 minutes later,
That's right. Uber for sure. You have a Kia Soul, it's not the same car. Okay, thank you, Castle. Okay. What do you think it is? If it's not a Kia Soul, Castle, do you have any idea what it would be? Any suggestions on what it would be? Yep, maybe it was a Dasher. Uber.
car is seen going back from whence it came. And when I first saw this video, I really did want it to be the car, because I'm going to show you a car that belongs to Carlos Palazuelos. If you missed it, because I didn't, I took this screenshot the night he was detained. And that there is a 2010 Nissan Rogue that looks a bit like the car that is zooming by, doesn't it? This is what the back of the Nissan Rogue looks like, okay? You got the two taillights and the license plate light, and I can see where it could make this. But at the same time, I have to admit that the Kia Soul that everyone is matching it to looks like a solid match, more so than, you know, that Nissan Rogue, because those tall backlights, it just fits very.
Yes. Yes. Yes, Sheila. Yep. Yep. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's one person that is like a, hey, righteous monkey, good to see you. I'm getting this like one person that is, I would say, a religious extremist. Like, they are obsessed and like way, way bad out there. Okay. And I'm getting, they're the ones that are controlling all of this. They're the instigators. Then you have the pawns underneath him helping him do this. So welcome to my channel. Good to see you, Righteous Monkey. Keep up the good work. I've got 1,000 places for you to search. So one of my mods, can you please put my email in the chat for him? And shoot me an email when you get a chance, please. If you want, I've got some places that really, really need to be looked at. That would be fantastic. I lived in Cascabel on the other side of Reddington Pass for 20 years. So I do know the area really, really well. Okay? I'm not basing my readings and info just off of, like, I know what I'm talking about the area, okay?
Well, and they even have like another little, you know, backlight on the top there. And the 1236 car doesn't seem to have that top light, it appears. So to me, again, the 231 car and the 236 car are the same to me. And I don't think it's the Nissan Rogue at the same time. However, you know what else is a good match? So
Yes, Sheila. Yeah.
this is the first frame of the interview that Carlos did with that Arizona reporter really early on. I believe it's like right after he came out of being detained. And I'm going to say this is the most unfortunate frame for Carlos. Now, of course, I'm going to be using my basic Photoshop skills, and I will say it again. This is in no means damning in any way. My crude drawing lines is no way.
See, Carlos, I never got a reading on Carlos. Like, I was like, it's not the guy. Like, from the very minute, I was like, no, it's not the guy. So, yeah. Z-Man is my guy. Z-Man is who I'm fully, I just can't get past it. It's, yeah. You guys know who Z-Man is.
Any type of solid evidence, right? Those are two different things. So we just observe, we find oddities or similarities. We don't believe in coincidences. But check out this outline of Carlos's body against that of the perp standing outside. The proportions are, would you say, very intriguing.
Oh.
Now, someone asked me in the comment section when we did a video on Derek Layla, and they were wondering if that means I was no longer looking at Carlos Palazuelos. And all I want to say is that good try, Carlos Palazuelos.
That's good work. That's really good work you've done there. That's deep, hardcore work there. Thank you for that. Yeah. But I don't know. Carlos, I get nothing from Carlos.
I'm just kidding. That's probably not him. But I told that gentleman, I told him not a chance. Okay. I learn from others' mistakes, and no one is better to learn from than Sheriff Nano. So I won't be clearing anyone, sir, before an arrest is made. And we just observe some more, right? These peculiar things. And for Carlos, it's just unfortunate. Something that the FBI will have to sort out themselves when they get around to it. Wow, it's crazy to think that it's already been a month since Nancy Guthrie went missing. When we started covering the story of Nancy, the quote by Churchill.
This I watched like a hawk. Watch Tommaso walk. Okay, so he has a problem with his left knee. Right? Watch his knee. Yeah. Watch his knee.
Never listen to what they say, just watch what they do, because behaviors never lie, was actually a good basis on how to look at this entire case, because we've been told.
And he's bow-legged. He's got quite a big bow leg going on there.
A lot of things, and pretty much not told even more so. We're still watching. So early on, I remember not being able to make heads or tails of whether the Pima County Sheriff's Department was in charge or was it the FBI that were making the moves. I remember learning about the story and news agencies, right? They had guests on, they had panels on, and even those professionals, they just didn't know who had the reins of this. We would go on to learn for ourselves that when the FBI is involved, it's normally a joint venture. If we're to believe the words of retired Under Sheriff Castigar, who worked with Nanos, which I do believe his words, then Sheriff Nanos is not the biggest fan of the FBI. We would say he has a lot of disdain for the Alphabet Boys, including his exorbitant ego. Nanos almost feels like he needs to be the king of the hill. And in a case like Nancy's, it came down to who owns the crime scene in the beginning there, which if you recall, Sheriff Nanos gave the house back to the Guthries after processing it for just 30 hours and giving it directly back to the family because, like he said, I cleared them early on. We didn't know how early. He cleared them the moment he met them. And all of this hoopla in this very short period of time, only to tape off the house again, because guess what?
Right. He's so right there. Like, that was such a huge mistake. I'm surprised this guy still has his job. Like, I don't know who's in charge of firing this guy, but I'm really surprised he's still employed. Like, that was a major, major, major error.
The FBI would like to take a look as well. It's almost as if Sheriff Nanos looked at them. Wait, you want to see it too? I got the key, I guess. And then the FBI would get to walk inside Nancy's house after everything has been compromised and evidence has already been sent out to a laboratory that is not theirs. Pima County processed the house in 30 hours. That is strange in itself. The FBI took over 3 weeks before they were done with it. So you know what that means, okay? The FBI just didn't have the proper tools or the trained staff like Pima County does. I would also learn that the FBI is more than happy to take over any case, especially one as high profile as this. All you have to do is ask. However, through our traversing into the background of Sheriff Nanos, we also...
Castle, I totally get you. I fully understand. I fully understand. Yep. I don't live there anymore, but I'm pissed off too. Yeah. It's a shame.
To learn why retired Detective Castigar's words about the sheriff's disdain for the FBI is so true. All right, well, I guess I had to put in the star of the show. Her name is Toki, by the way. And let's see how long she's willing to put up with
Oh,
me
look at
just
that.
rambling on.
Oh, look at your meows. Look at the pretty meows. That's a big kitty mouse.
Her ears. She has to find footing or she's going to jump off. Okay. She seems to be acclimating to the situation. A little camera shy, if you know what I mean. So, okay, story time. Okay, guys. And I'm going to have to take you guys back all the way to 2016. Okay. A younger Nanos by 8 years, right? Very handsome. Anyway.
I swear I've met him. Like, I'm positive I've met him. With my friend that's a sheriff down there. We used to go to his house for barbecues and dinners and stuff, and he would have other sheriffs and coworkers and stuff and come over and hang out. I swear I've met this guy. I left Arizona in 2018. I don't really remember much. I remember he was friendly, and that's about it.
So the FBI was giving the Pima County Sheriff's Department pretty much a dirty eye back in those days because they really were not liking the way RICO funds were being used in the department. Now, if you guys don't know what RICO funds are, that's basically money seized from bad guys. Now, under Nanos's watch, a lot of that RICO money happened to go missing, right? That bad guy money, where was it going? And the FBI started to follow the trail. The FBI would find that it was being laundered from the bad guy coffers, right? From the RICO coffers into what is called a Sheriff's Auxiliary Volunteers account, or for short, the SAV, or for shorter, let's just call it a SAVE account, right? Where it could be used for pretty much any unrelated purposes. For example, a $600 model airplane charged directly to the SAVE credit card.
Wow. This guy's done some really intense research. That's it. Very interesting. Oh.
I'm telling you, if she escapes, I don't know how to catch her. She is very fast. She acts like she's slow, but she's cunning. And of course, the FBI is only going to dig some more. And they found that it was also being misused for extravagant parties and award shows.
Must be a shock. It took me about a year or so to adjust back to British Columbia. Yeah. I grew up here. I lived here until the year 2000. But yeah, it was a weather shock. My whole face when I got back to British Columbia, my whole face peeled. Like my skin was so bad down there, my whole face peeled. It was just unbelievable.
Wouldn't it be funny, Toki, if we pictured Sheriff Nanos creating an entire award show just so that he could give himself an award, going up there to accept his reward? Like, oh my goodness, guys, this is very unexpected. So I accept this award for the greatest sheriff on earth. That's some Michael Scott type shenanigans. Okay, so a cat in a box is a much more well, she has more footing on this box. And so the FBI decided to come to Pima County and they came a probing. They would also keep Nanos completely out of the loop, which angered him greatly because they were, one, asserting their dominance, and two, they were essentially treating him like a criminal. However, by the end of it, they realized that he was just a buffoon, and the more egregious culprit was his chief deputy, some dude named Chris Radke, who was straight embezzling hundreds of thousands of dollars for 6 years, all under the watch of Sheriff Nanos, to the tune of $500,000 overall. And this left Nanos very embarrassed. And for some reason, he honed in his bitterness towards the FBI. Don't let an idiot borrow money. Is that what the word was? Because that idiot will hate you for it. This is almost similar to that, right? We investigated your department because there was wrongdoing. We found wrongdoing, but you still hate us for finding it. Doesn't it seem like to Sheriff Nanos, Toki, that he felt like it was all good, you know, if it hadn't been for those nosy butthead FBI guys, huh? And I tell...
Look at the mouse. What a cute little mouse. Just hanging. You do your show, Dad. I just hang. I just be your eye candy, Dad.
All these tales for a reason. One, because it happened, and for all of us, you know, to wonder if Sheriff Chris Nanos knew what his chief deputy was actually doing. And hey, we got to see Annie
watch him walk
finally,
here,
right? I expect a press conference with them any day now, but I won't be holding my breath. And I noticed that Savannah took off her sunglasses immediately.
Okay, so his left foot in his gait, his left foot turns out. His right foot seems to be straight. Left foot turns out a bit. And he's got the bowed legs. The box keeps the nails away, yeah.
Immediately when she came down the walkway so that you can have a better look at all these beautiful flowers and cards and messages that the people are leaving you. All in all, it was a very sad, somber scene because the gravity of the...
I actually cried watching this live. JLR was live and just standing there filming, and I was crying. It was pretty emotional.
Moment is accentuated in that moment. You know, this is a chapter. It feels like we're closing a chapter on, you know, a portion of the case, because things have changed, right? I watch videos, everybody's talking about how the mood has changed, right? All the media has gone except for, you know, a few.
I don't think this person here that I'm circling, I don't think they're involved, but I think they have some sort of knowledge. And you can just, something's really off. Something's off. Something, I don't know, something's off. Hi, Linda. Welcome back, honey. Oh, it was Brian Enton that was there. Okay, thank you, Angel.
You, Brian Enton. And I do want to say that we are going to find Nancy. It might take a while. It might take a very long time even, but I do believe we will find Nancy. I just want you guys to harken back to the story of Suzanne Morphew, okay?
Right.
It took 3.5 years to find her remains, and it was only 50 miles away from her home. Somewhere inside me tells me that this is going to be a similar situation. There's just so much ground to cover that it's going to be like that story, you know, a hiker comes across, you know, some bones, and it just turns out to be Nancy. Now, we did a...
Yep. That was a good video. Okay, everybody. So I'm going to end this now. I'm going to end this now. My honey is home and I need to make him some dinner. What should I do for dinner? He's been driving for 13 hours today. What should I do for dinner? Yeah, I don't know, Ann. I don't know, Annie. Pork chops. Oh, I suck at pork chops. My pork chops turn out like frickin' hockey pucks. We'll see. Maybe nachos? Yeah, he loves tacos. I'm thinking maybe nachos? Chicken nachos? Pasta? Yummy, yummy. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you for hanging with me as we just go over this stuff. Nachos sounds good. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So thank you for hanging with me, everyone. I see 155 of you here right now. If you're in the background and you're just watching, please hit the subscribe button if you've not done so yet, and the like button, and then we'll close this out. I love you all. Have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is frickin' Friday. We love frickin' Fridays. All right. Night, night. Have a good one. Pray we find Nancy tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye.